The morning sun bled gold into the stone halls of Pharaoh's palace. Joseph stood in the court, robes pristine, eyes distant. He had been governor of Egypt for years, but today, the weight of his past was heavier than any crown. His brothers had returned, not in chains, not in triumph, but in trembling. Their father Jacob was dead, and with him, they feared, died Joseph's mercy. Flashback, many years ago in Canaan. Joseph remembered the laughter of his brothers turning bitter. He remembered the pit, the shouts, the 30 silver coins, the dry silence of slavery. Egypt had swallowed him whole, yet somehow he had not been consumed. In prison, in obscurity, in abandonment, he had learned to listen not just for God's voice, but for his purpose. Present day, Joseph's palace. Now they stood before him, 11 older men, aged by guilt and sand. Judah stepped forward, his voice brittle. "Please forgive us. We are your servants. Do not repay us for the evil we did to you." Joseph looked at them. These were the same brothers who had stolen his youth, yet they were not the same men. He turned his face overwhelmed and wept. "Don't be afraid," he finally said, voice soft but unshaken. "Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Later, in Joseph's private chambers, Asenath, Joseph's wife, found him sitting by the window, the scrolls of grain inventory untouched beside him. "You forgave them," she said gently. "I had to." "Why?" He looked at her, his eyes reflecting firelight and memory. "Because I saw God's hand in every shadow. If I let bitterness blind me, I'd miss the whole reason for it all." She sat beside him. "Do you still wonder why it had to be so hard?" "All the time," he admitted. "But the famine came. The people were fed. My family was preserved. If I hadn't been sold, if I hadn't suffered, I wouldn't have been here to save them." Cut to Joseph in the streets of Egypt, walking among the people. A child ran up to him grinning, holding a small loaf of bread. "Thank you, Lord Joseph," he knelt. "Do you know who really gave this to you?" The boy paused. "You?" "No," Joseph smiled. "God did. He just let me help." Back in Canaan, years later. After Joseph's death, his story traveled like wind through generations. And when people asked how one man could forgive so much, the answer echoed in quiet hearts. Because he understood that even in betrayal, even in the darkest parts of our stories, God is still writing something good. Epilogue. Sometimes what others mean to break us, God uses to build bridges. Sometimes the pit is the path, and sometimes the greatest good is born from the greatest wrong. This is not just the story of Joseph. It's the story of grace.